You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. In their attempt to criminalize everything R. Kelly did throughout his 30-year career, government prosecutors intended to convert as many participants in the infamous docuseries into witnesses at the two trials. It's no wonder they presented every Tom, Dick and Harry as witnesses, causing the entire trial process to become a simulation of utter prejudice, as the majority of the witness stories had completely nothing to do with the actual cases R. Kelly was dealing with. It's very irrelevant to have a witness presented in court describing physical abuse when there are no such charges anywhere on the indictment, and worse still when all such claims were not backed up by any evidence at all. There is no doubt that all the government was trying to do was make R. Kelly appear like the most evil being that has ever existed to ensure he had no chance in front of the already prejudicial jury. And this explains the reason the docuseries was made, which was largely to pre-qualify these women for the witness stand. Sadly for the government, by the end of the lifetime production airing, none of them qualified as a real victim. Some had confessed that they were adults when they met with R. Kelly, and even those who chose to lie that they were 17 did not make it very far with being untruthful. It was only going to be a matter of time before they were eventually busted, as was seen with accuser Lisa Van Allen, who over the past years has been successfully making it to the witness stand as a victim of R. Kelly, claiming she was only 17 when the two started out together, only to later discover that she was lying about her age all along.
Okay, and I did the math. In 1997, when you were 17, he was 30.
Right. He was 30.
Yeah, born.
Right. He was 30.
And when the math was properly done, she was determined to have been an adult woman of 18 when she had her first encounter with the R&B King. The government, which was so eager to have Lisa Van Allen as a principal witness, was stuck after learning that their only witness, who they had assigned the role of destroying the R&B King by falsely portraying him as an agent of justice obstruction and more, was not a victim after all. The same accuser, Lisa Van Allen, was going to be the government's main witness when it came to their false RICO and Mann Act allegations. In fact, irrespective of the fact that she was an adult woman when she met R. Kelly, government was still ready to present her as a victim. But what stopped them was the backlash it was going to attract, considering the same accuser was also guilty of perjury, having repeatedly told these lies under oath. Not only was Van Allen going to lie about her age in New York and Chicago, she had already lied about the same back in the 2008 trial, and this too was done under oath. Her total disregard of the oaths she took while in the dock made Lisa Van Allen non-suitable as a principal witness, and like that she was automatically disqualified, yet maintained with the hope they would still use her testimony to implicate the R&B King later in Chicago on obstruction of justice charges. It's no doubt the government did all in their power to qualify as many surviving R. Kelly documentary actors as potential witnesses at trial, and when this failed, they simply forced names on the list to beef up the number as a way to further blind the already prejudicial jury. They were generally short of witnesses, and this explains why they had to illegally leak R. Kelly's prison communications to win over yet another accuser by the name Azriel Clary, who later became their principal witness at the New York trial. For the lack of legitimate witnesses, the government was willing to do anything it takes to get Azriel on board, and in the process, the laws of this land were broken. The government also succeeded in forcing women that were clearly adults onto the witness stand, like they did Faith Rogers, who even admits was 19 when she first met with R. Kelly. This makes her not just an adult at first encounter, but a super adult woman who knew exactly what she was doing and that made her own decisions. Placing her name on the victim list as another accuser was comparable to fitting a square plug into a round hole. They made sure to create a place for her by introducing the Mann Act charges into her story, and concocting forced labor claims with no real basis but the story of the gun on the table, which just didn't add up. It's just so difficult to identify even a single one of the government witnesses that was fit to be presented as an accuser to testify against him. They all had issues. And these were either age-related or a history of telling lies. The government generally failed at their most desired goal of making R. Kelly appear like the predator he never was, even though they managed to present as many as 45 witnesses beyond the recommended number. And worse still, Almost all their accusations were not related to any of the charges that had been imposed on the R&B king. It's therefore correct to conclude that the government prosecutors simply forced these accusers' names onto the witness list in search for numbers to legitimize their false claims against Robert. According to Vincent Clay, it's common knowledge and everybody can clearly see that all these women want is to take all R. Kelly's money and leave him dead broke. He was set up right from the beginning, and I fail to understand those who just can't see this. Whenever a black man is doing so well for himself, something comes up and everything is taken away from them. Only God knows this ain't right. They need to set R. Kelly free, for we all can see he is in jail for something he didn't do. We pray for God's intervention to see this happen so he can return to us who truly love him. Do not give up, Kelly, for there are many people out here that still love and believe in you. And of course I am one of them. Much love from Vincent Clay, your friend forever. According to Miss Double, the government has been scheming their way to R. Kelly's imprisonment ever since the infamous docuseries was aired. I am actually meant to believe that they are deliberately stalling the appeal date to allow themselves enough time to clean up the mess they know well they created. There is no doubt they did force names onto the accusers list, even if they didn't qualify as victims in any way possible. They made sure to inflate the numbers of accusers to mislead the already prejudicial jurors, and right now they think they got away with it. Well, news flash to them. They will eventually be busted and they won't be able to defend their unjust actions in front of the appeal court judges who by standard understand the law and just won't take bribes to fail the process. As they say, a thief only has 40 days. The days of prejudice against the R&B king are now numbered. According to Anna Manyama from South Africa, it is sad how these women have destroyed R. Kelly. The truth is that these women wanted his money more than anything else. They never loved him at all. It's sad that as I am talking to you right now, Channel 108 Reality in Soweto, South Africa is playing Surviving R. Kelly. What does that tell you? These people are still paying media to show this blasphemous TV series, but thanks to smartphones because we are ahead with his case. I wish all these people who were talking bad things about him get to watch their replays when he is finally out to see themselves lie in front of the whole world. R. Kelly should sue all of them when he gets the chance. We love you, R. Kelly, and always will. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.